Welcome back to day 8 of the B-Movie Exploitation Challenge. I pounded some films today. And first off, we're going to wrap up this 8 spaghetti western box set from Echo Bridge. And we finished strong, big time strong, with 2 really, really good films. First off is Price of Power, 1969. And that would be right there. Juliana Gemma's back. This time directed by Tonino Villari. And this time, Giuliano Gemma stars as Bill Willer. And he's basically trying to get revenge for the death of his father. The same guys that killed his father are trying to assassinate the president. The film takes place in and around 1881, just after the Civil War, but there's still a lot of people trying to fight the sides. So this film focuses on Texas specifically and how it's trying to still play out the battle for the South. Juliana Gemma was great in this. Very entertaining film. Loved it. Give it a 7 out of 10. Highly recommended. Then I finished up, this is the last time you're going to see this 8-box set, Life is Tough, A Province. Or, I believe it's also known as, well, it is known as Life is Tough, A Province. This one was a real surprise. 1972, directed by Giulio Petroni. And this is the only spaghetti western comedy of this set that actually works, and it works very, very well. Excellent film. Music by Ennio Morricone, fantastic music. Tomas Milan was fantastic in this. He plays kind of like a almost like a Charlie Chaplin nerdy type guy. That's brilliant. He's like a savant, but he's also very physical. There's a lot of physical comedy in this that just works beautifully. Anyway, he's paired up with a guy that's kind of this beefy, bearded guy that's kind of like the Oliver Hardy sidekick, and they go through a succession of scenarios where they are Province is basically taking this guy who's wanted for bounties and taking him and delivering him to these towns and then basically helping him escape. Very much like the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly storyline. Great movie. Probably the best of the set. I think Skinslip talked about this as one of his favorites, and I can see why. It's an excellent, excellent film. Highly recommend it. And that's going to do it for the Spaghetti Western box set. Worked my way through all 8 of those. Things took a dive with the next film, and that is Horror House on Highway 5, directed by Richard Casey. This is a 1985 low-budget slasher film that's just really inept in every way. It's badly made, badly acted, badly edited. The only thing that I would say that's of interest of this is that apparently this guy, Richard Casey, did some music videos before he did this film. I haven't listened to this is one of those films that's so bad you're watching it thinking, am I really watching this? I mean, is this what's happening? I mean, I got to go back and listen to the audio commentary. What's really puzzling is that why would Vinegar Center pick this thing up and give it this kind of treatment? This thing is loaded with special features, which I will work my way through in May. Right now in April, the intent of April is just to watch as many B-movie exploitation films as I can churn out. But I will go back through the commentary and special features. I'm really, really curious about this one. Yeah, that's Horror House on Highway 5. I picked it up from Hamilton Books for like $12. So, and it was a Vinegar Syndrome release. That's how I justify it. Then I watched Night of the Living Dead, which, I mean, what better way to kind of improve situation than watch Night of the Living Dead? I watched the Umbrella release that I have. I don't have it here with me, but I have an Umbrella release that has a double feature. It's got Tom Savini's 1990 reboot, and it's got the original Dawn of the Dead. Actually, Andrew Molina and I think, did a trade on. It's how I got it. It's an excellent copy. The picture quality is fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and get the Criterion release, just because I love that film, but I can't imagine the picture quality being any better than that Umbrella release. It's fantastic. I also watched on Amazon Prime Last Woman on Earth, 1960. That's a Roger Corman potboiler. Basically, it's a spin-off of The Last Man on Earth, except it's a woman, but she's not the last. She's the last woman on Earth, but she's with two men, and it's basically a love triangle movie, cheaply done. Early Roger Corman effort, very, very dull. Give it a 4 out of 10. And then I got to this little puppy here, The Corpse Grinders, 1971. What do I say about The Corpse Grinders? Everybody, I think, knows Ted V. Mickles, director of low-budget schlock. This is probably his best. This is probably his best film. When this film was released, apparently you had to sign a release at the theater saying you wouldn't sue the distributor because they were so worried that you were going to have a heart attack or some shit like that. Standard kind of marketing that's almost like false advertising. There's nothing scary at all about this. Essentially, it's these guys running what's called the Lotus Cat Food Company, and they're grinding up people for cat food. It's hilarious. It's a fun movie. I actually enjoyed it, and I think it is one of Ted's best films. If that's not saying much, but this is another one with it's a beautiful release with a lot of special features. So I will be working my way through that in May, but I enjoyed it. I give it a 6 out of 10. And I think that's going to wrap up day 8. I started early this morning and worked my way through all these films. So it was a good day. I'm up to 22 films already for the month of April. Anyway, that'll do it for day 8, and I appreciate you watching. Thanks a lot.